guys, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please do subscribe. It's Monday morning. Good morning everyone. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1849, the first safety pin was patented by American Walter Hunt. It took him 3 hours to come up with the design. Sadly, he lost the ensuing riches almost as quickly, when he sold his patent for $400 to pay off a $15 debt. Ouch.
Sadly, this is what happens in life. And it went on way back then. Alexa, what's the time, please?
The time is 8:53 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Monday the 10th of April.
Alexa, what's the weather like?
In Rochester, it's 10 degrees Celsius with showers. Today, you can expect rainy weather, with a high of 13 degrees and a low of 5 degrees. Would you also like the current humidity?
Yes.
At the moment, the humidity is 93%.
Yes, it was warm. It was warm last night. I'm grateful for that, because you don't have to keep putting the heating on. Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
What do you call a dinosaur fart? A blast from the past.
Alexa, famous birthdays.
Today's famous birthdays include American actor, martial artist, and film producer Steven Seagal, British actress Daisy Ridley, American actor David Harbour, American singer and actress Mandy Moore, and Belgian Association football player and manager Vincent Kompany.
Right guys, like I said, it's Monday, it's Easter holidays. Yesterday I had my hot cross buns and I went to the co-op up the road and I got a few extra bits. Today it's just like another day for me, like every other day is, but I'm going to just relax and enjoy myself. It is raining outside, the ground's wet and we've got rain coming down, which is good for my plants because I put my sunflower seeds on the balcony table yesterday and a bit of rain will do them so good, and the hyacinths are coming along as well. So I've made myself a cup of coffee, I've eaten a banana, and basically it's just another day, like I said. So everything's like pretty quiet. It's here, this end, it's pretty quiet, which is good. So I'm just checking everything's okay. Made myself a cup of coffee, fed my 2 senior cats. And last night I took Max out for a walk and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love it as the sun is setting and you get the bright pink like Turkish delight sky. I went out a bit earlier last night, and missed the sunset. Last night on the field there was 2 lads, one lad on a bike doing his wheelies, and there was a ginger-haired lad and a dark-haired lad on the field, and one of the lads was doing wheelies. There was also a girl on the field sat on the bench, and there was a couple walking round, so I didn't feel so like solitary. As you know, my mood has been quite low lately because I was kept busy last year. I was taken out to various places, Blue Water, the Wharf at Greenhithe. I spent a lot of time out last year, and so far it's the exact reverse. It's the exact reverse. So I really haven't gone anywhere this year so far, and we're into April, and obviously last year I went to see the Queen's Jubilee celebrations up in London as well. my son had a car. My son now has not got a car. I haven't got any form of transport. It's King Charles III's coronation in May. I don't like loads of crowds. I don't like loads of noise, so I wouldn't have chosen to have gone up to London anyway. And I won't be going up to London in May. So I won't be going up to see King Charles III's coronation in May. Because, you know, London is a dangerous place. It's dangerous. The last time I went up to London to see Princess Diana's statue at Kensington Palace, Sunken Gardens, there was a shooting. Not in central London itself, but a shooting. You know, the tube station is a horrible place. The tube. It gets very, very hot. It's very, very crowded. It's easy to get lost and it's easy to have an accident. I don't want that to happen to me. I'm keeping safe. So that's what I'm doing. I will celebrate King Charles III's coronation. The whole country gets a day off. So a day off from school, a day off from work. And why not just, you know, celebrate it, have a bit of fun for a change instead of everything being dull and miserable. Whether he's our king or not, we have no choice and we have to accept it. And you can go around being miserable, or you can just get on with your life. If you don't want to celebrate, don't celebrate. It's as simple as that. But you know, that's the way things are. It's gone on since time began, since time I've ever known. The Queen was the ruler. We all had the Queen and the government, and it's been like that since time began, since someone chose the King and the Queen and royalty. It's gone on, just gone on and continued. And people, us the people, have had to accept it. You know, I don't agree with it. I'm not saying I agree with it. I don't agree there should be poor and there should be rich. I don't. I think we should all be treated as one and be equal. But you can't fight the system on your own. You can't challenge the system by yourself. People have done in the past, and it's just not happened, has it? Right, so when my dad was alive, every time there was a royal event or a royal do, my dad would sulk. He would sulk and punish me and my mother. And me and my mother never knew why. My father would, when it was William and Kate's wedding, this is no word of a lie, my father Derek went to bed for about 2 weeks. And he stayed upstairs in his bedroom. He wouldn't get me and my mum any shopping, and he didn't go anywhere. So me and my mum had to go everywhere on foot. My mum would have to go down to the local shops and get his beer and his tobacco, and she would have to walk up Grove Road with Chatham with 6 bags of shopping, because my dad would not go anywhere when it was William and Kate's wedding. He wouldn't even go out and get me and mum any food. He wouldn't drive my mum to the shops to get food or everything. He used to sulk, and he used to make me and my mum suffer. And I used to notice this. Whenever there was anything royal, my dad used to go to bed and sulk. And he never said why. And, you know, obviously I offered to go down the shops for my mum, and I did at times as well, but my mum was a stubborn woman, and she wanted to get she had, you know, the money to go and get the food. I've always been on benefit, so my dad went to work. He worked at Brompton Barracks, where the Queen visited, and apparently she wanted a gold-plated toilet seat. This is what I was told. She wanted a gold-plated toilet seat. She wanted a toilet to herself that was clean and gold-plated. She didn't want to sit on anybody else's toilet. So my dad worked at, Brompton Barracks, the army, etc. He was only a stock clerk. He wasn't a soldier, but he worked there because I went to visit my dad at Brompton Barracks. And I saw inside his workplace the blacksmiths and how things were made, etc. That's my dad was a very strange man, a very strange, secretive man. There was obviously something going on that me and my mum didn't know about, and he didn't say. And that's it. I've been kept away from people since I was a child. As well, I was kept away from other people, kept solitary, and this is the life I've known. It's hard to make friends and socialise when you've been kept solitary all your life, hidden away from people, in other words. And I just would have liked to have known why. Forget all this crappy business about people, putting hoods over their heads and shit. I was a beautiful baby, I was a beautiful child, I had really bright blonde hair, and I remember being shut behind a gate, not being able to play with other children. This has been going on for some time, and as you get older, it's a bit like you're getting old now, Right, my mum is nearly 80, she is old, she's elderly, all hunched over, and I've said to her, Mum, you need to rest, you need to you need to be somewhere where someone's looking after you, you don't need to keep doing this, being made a fool of, fun of by the neighbours, because that's what they're doing, they're laughing at my mum, they're not helping her. They're not taking her out for a coffee or taking her out for a meal. They're laughing at her. I noticed that when I went up there the other day. They're just laughing at my mother and making a fool out of her. They're not being helpful at all. And I'm getting older as well. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny, isn't it? The royals have jewels. They've got sapphire, emeralds, diamonds, gold, and you're given plastic, base metal earrings, plastic. They go around with £15,000 watches, and you buy a £5 one from the Pentagon Centre. For my birthdays when I was a kid, my dad gave me nothing. He gave me absolutely nothing. I was given nothing. What were royal children? Alexa, what do royal children have for their birthdays?
From goodhousekeeping.com. From toys to flower bouquets, royal children are often showered in gifts whenever they attend public events.
Well, my dad wouldn't buy me anything. He treated me like crap. He hid me away from everyone. I got no presents or anything like that. That was my mum. My mum got the birthday cards. My mum got the presents. My dad wouldn't buy me anything. He treated me like dog shit. And that's the truth. So obviously showered in bouquets, flowers. So Kim in the co-op used to give me dead flowers, didn't she? Dead ones. Dead. Heads missing or brown and decayed. And obviously the royals get, I don't know, I can't imagine how much they get spent on them. Flowers thrown at them. I'm not complaining. I've had a solitary, shitty life, but so have a lot of other people. I just want to know why my dad hid every time there was a royal event. He hid in his bedroom, and he sulked and and he treated me and my mother like crap. Yeah, this flat is lovely, but it's been built like Rapunzel's tower, so I can't get out of it. That's exactly how it's built. You can't get, no one can come and see you, and it's hard to get out. And I was given a set of jailer's keys when I moved in, wasn't I? A set of keys that looked like a jail keeper's key ring set. I mean, I've had nothing most of my life, and I don't get upset. It doesn't bother me. Whatever this is to do with, it's no fault of my own. You can't blame a child for what the father. You can't blame the child for the sins of the father. That is a well-known saying. You cannot blame a child for the actions and the sins of the father. So, disgusting, dirty, because what my father did to me, it wasn't my fault, was it? That my father was allowed to get away with what he did to me. Why should I be punished all my life for what my father's done to me? Made me an outcast. Made me feel horrible about myself. And I don't need other people reiterating what he's done. You know, yesterday I uploaded a picture of myself in a black hooded coat with a pair of shorts. When I came back from the field, they put a man in a black hooded coat with shorts, and he had hairy legs, trying to make me think that I look like a hairy-legged man, making me think that I look like a wrinkled old lady, making me feel horrible about myself. It's to keep me away from London. And don't worry, I'm not going up to London. I'm not going to spoil the coronation. Good luck to Charles and Camilla. But I'm not going up to London. I wouldn't have gone anyway. So you don't have to hide me away in my flat, you know, and lock me away from everything. I've never been able to join in the fun. And it was only my son last year that drove me up to London to see the Queen's Jubilee celebrations. That's the first time I'd actually enjoyed myself in years. I'm usually cast out and kept away from everything, while everybody is enjoying themselves. And sat there drinking wine and stuffing their faces in front of me, making things cost so much I can't afford it. As well, hiking the prices so high I can't afford to buy anything. Right? I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. What everybody else does is up to them. But, I mean, it's not going to change. Just keep me away from everything and everybody enjoy themselves. See you later.